Hey there, it's the Aldos. You've got Mike,
And Michelle.
and we're coming at you live right now. We actually have a special guest on the other end. We're talking video matrix, we're talking video challenge, we're talking blast past fear, we're talking transforming your life simply by using video. You know, there are people who have gotten started with the video matrix and they've never done video ever before. And all of a sudden, day 1, 2, 3, they start feeling the juices flow and they break through their fears. You know, by the first week, they're just into a completely different mindset, a completely different way of being, because they've been able to share their lives on video and be able to tell their story. And that's what it's all about today. We're checking in with somebody who's just started and has had some awesome things happen in her journey. And we're going to be bringing her out in a minute and highlighting her. I'm going to turn it over to you, babe, and you can take it on from there.
Yeah, so this very young lady, she joins the video matrix, and all of a sudden, all it takes is one video to listen to one person's story, to be completely engulfed in perhaps exactly that, their story, their situation, their life, where they've come from, and sharing from a place that they don't normally share from to, say, a group of strangers. Here we design questions. They are geared towards really targeting things that are really light and fun, but also targeting really deep down things within us. But they happen by simple questions, by simply saying, who is your family, and where did you grow up? Do you know that one question can throw a lot of people through a loop, to the point where they wanna crawl back from wherever they came from, because they don't want to share that part of their life on video, or share that story, or perhaps it's too painful. And that question alone was just that for perhaps the next guest, Gloria. Gloria, we'd like to welcome you out. Thank you for being here. We super appreciate you being here, because you've been the person that I know I've personally been watching. You've shared a lot of your personal story, and I just want to kind of see, where were you at with, say, your story before only a week ago, and where are you today, just a week later? We're on day 8, so it's been just 1 week. Tell me about your experience.
Well, I didn't really know what to expect, and I thought, well, I can do this. But it's one thing talking to somebody in person or writing it on paper. Well, a person that you know, or a stranger, because you don't think about what are they thinking. And on paper, it's just out there. And if you never hear from somebody, it's okay. But that is a form of hiding for me. So when it came out on video, it was like, I'm going to stop. I'm not going to do this, because it became more personal. It made me more live, stepping right out and having to stop hiding. And it's like, I grew up having to be a people pleaser. If my mom and dad weren't happy, there was literally hell to pay. It was a war zone. So I, stepped back, and I was talking on the phone with a woman in Texas, and we were talking about some business things, and we also get on personal. And I said, Tamara, I have to do this video, and I don't want to share my story. And she said, Gloria, I don't like sharing my story, but I have to, and you have to. So when we hang up, you have to share your story. So that gave me the strength. And I sat in front of the computer before even turning the webcam on. And I'm like, God, give me the strength if you really want me to go forward. And it was a transformation. The whole process was transformation in itself, to where when you and I were in chat, Michelle, you said, don't care what others think. And that's putting it nicely. No, he said, don't give a what others think. And that really hit home. It's like, okay, I'm 60 years old, and why am I still caring about what others think? It's a whole process, a lifelong process. I had been working on the last 10 years. And this was the breakthrough that I actually got, was doing this on video and going forward. So the next day, when the question hit me just as bad as the day before, it was like, okay, let's just do this. Let's get it out there. Let's move on.
It's awesome that you're so just lighthearted about it, because it seems like it's something that's been a struggle for you, and now you've had some support from a friend, you've stepped up and you've done it and you've shared your story. How does that feel like inside? What does it feel like? If you could at least describe it, or maybe you can't describe it, but I'd love to hear your take on it.
Well, what I like with the video matrix is you and Michelle are so support driven. We all feel individually, I believe, individually hugged by both of you because you do it in such a loving way. And the people in the group are, I'm going to start crying, are so loving. And what I didn't have growing up was that loving environment, except from a great uncle I had been torn away from. So my life has been with people who, because of my trauma bond of the severe abuse, I was always being beaten around and everything. So now when I'm actually appreciated and people say, I appreciate you and send me hearts and stuff, I actually break down crying like I am now, because it is so nice to finally, in my entire life, now being surrounded with people who are actually extremely supportive and loving.
Oh, that was beautiful. I'm going to give you both a chance to dry your eyes for a second, because I know it is a little emotional, and you really tugged at my heartstrings a little bit too, because here you are, 60, and you're still people pleasing. You're still not really getting yourself out there and being who you truly want to be. You're not being your authentic self, who you really want to be. You want to go out there and sell books, and you want to go out there and meet people and network. You got to be you, and you got to let everything fall behind you. So it's awesome that you faithfully went into this and said, hey, just Lord, guide me. Whatever. We encourage people to just ask for the guidance internally. Whatever your beliefs are, it doesn't matter. Just ask, and it will be given. And that's exactly what you did. And I just think it's so exciting that here you are, 60, thinking that, oh, maybe it's, I don't have any friends that I can have like I have now. Maybe before you met this group, you're like, man, I really feel like I'm alone. I don't have people who want the same things as I want, or I'm not around the same people. And you could be thinking, hey, it's done. It's done for. It's all over, But boom, there it is. At 60, you find an amazing group of people, community. That's something that's so important to Michelle and I. That's something that we knew that we had to have. You have to have a great community if you want anything to succeed. So hearing you say that's amazing. I'll let you take over from this
Gloria,
part. Give you guys a second.
You totally just tugged at my heartstrings. I have a big space of love for you, and I'm happy to hear that you're getting the love that you deserve, because guess what? We all deserve that. And but we're not always all provided that space, although we live in a world where that space should be provided. Would you agree?
Yes.
And so, with that being said, like, we can all teach each other. But what Mike and I have realized is that if we can provide a space for you to feel safe, and for everybody, for you to feel safe, for you to be able to share, but and more so than that, where you can love and support others along the process, it's a give and take. It is a real give and take situation, what's happening in the video matrix. And you've put it so perfectly, because when we make ourselves vulnerable and we're sharing the deepest parts of our hearts, we all become what I like to think our own, I think we are all love down to our core. And when we can start stripping away the ego as we listen and as we speak, we are really hearing with our hearts and healing with our hearts. So every time you speak and someone's listening and their heart is feeling your pain, it is an energy portal, if you will, of information exchange of love through human beings, and the internet and through videos. That's why we are so passionate about video, because first of all, you have the opportunity to take these videos and create something that forever is able to help someone just like you go through the things that you once went through. That's one thing that that we constantly say, is that you are supposed to help you, so you can know how to better serve who you are here and meant to help. And Gloria, 60 years of wanting this kind of community, I am going to guarantee you that you are going to leave here after 90 days of video with friends for life. excuse me, after 7 days of video, you will leave here with friends for life because you've made those connections. You've already made those friends. And we give the opportunity here to strengthen those bonds, continue to learn and grow with each other, dream with each other. It's almost like school and like fast forward mode. It's like next thing you know, you're graduating and you have all these memories together, and it's really kind of something special. So
Yeah, just this was your first time on video doing this, right? This is your first time ever, or have you done that before?
Well, I have done video and I've been on TV shows, but I was always so introverted that I would never come out. But this is the first, I always played like the interviewer. So you take on the role of or I took on the role of the interviewer. But now this is the first time that I'm coming out as truly me, the animated, bubbly me, and being more authentic. And it's like, here I am.
I think that's just fantastic. I love hearing stories like that. Even people who have never done video have done some video, and then whatever it may be, now you're on a path where, you've stepped into a different power because you're not only writing about your story, you're actually speaking it to the world, and you're connecting with different kinds of people. Some people are visual, some people listen to things, and when you put the two together, where you're sharing written and you're sharing audio and visual with people, it puts a whole different tonality and feeling and presence to your story, where they can see your eyes, they can feel your emotions through the words you use, the sound of your voice, through your facial constructions and things like that. So it's awesome that you're taking that next level with this, and I'm super pumped for you. I know you are too.
I'm just really excited. And Gloria, I just wanted to say, is there anything else that you'd like to add about your experience so far in just a week? Something that we can look back on, whether it's 3 more weeks from now, another month, 2 months from now. I'm excited to see where else maybe you want to grow. What more would you like? And also, what else would you like to add?
Well, where I would like to grow is be out there more as a speaker, on video or webinars. I would like for that to come out, to share my story so people can heal. I would say this, people have to be ready for this venue, to be quite honest. And then, of course, their brain will kick into survival mode and say, no, alert, alert, you can't do that, because they've been so used to doing the same thing over and over, repeatedly. So it's completely breaking out of your comfort zone. And the only way you grow is by breaking out of your comfort zone. So now I have a new comfort zone. So I'm looking at breaking out of that one now.
Woo!
But I say that I would say that this process is so worth it, that actually it has, last year I had written and given out a self-esteem program that now, and then I stopped it because I couldn't go up the next level because I hadn't experienced it. Now I've gone up the next level and I've experienced it. So now I'm doing a 90 to 100-day program and offering it for people on my mailing list on how to connect with themselves and make themselves bigger. Completely different than what you guys are doing, but it just is a step up higher from what I did last year.
So tell me, I'd like to hear what was that step, Gloria? Because you're actually talking, when you speak, you're talking about something very specific, something that was different, say, last week to today. So what is that very specific thing that you hurdled over?
I hurdled over a closed door. I hurdled through, actually, I just went right through it. There was a high hurdle that I didn't think or believe that I could go ahead and go over it. No matter how many of the books that I read about, you can do positive stuff, you can do it, without actually working, finding the modality to help you break through that, you're not going to be able to break through it. So Video Matrix is my modality that I was able to break through it and go up that extra step higher.
I absolutely love it.
I do too, and we're not even done yet, folks, and that's why
You're not even done yet,
That's
Gloria.
why we've taken this.
I cannot wait to have this interview with you in 3 months from now.
I was just gonna say, it's a great
Seriously.
thing to have this now, where people just getting started having their breakthroughs. We grab you, come in, do a quick interview, and then hey, down the road, you look back on it and you're like, whoa, this is amazing. And how many different ideas you've had since then, and how many things you've broken through since then, because it literally is a process, and it gets better and better and better and better. Like where you're at, where you actually broke through that wall right at the beginning, now it just makes your journey that much more, not easier, but a lot much, like you're actually able to stick to that road. It's like you've got nice sticky tires on your fast race car where you can just whip around corners and you're not going to do any, rolls off or anything like that. So it's pretty cool that you've gotten through that big part at the beginning, but you're looking to go further and further and further. So super excited for you, Gloria.
Thank you. I'm super excited too.
I keep thinking there's like a delay, because we're used to delays, and I'm like, delay. Gloria, thank you so much for being here again. I'm excited to, first of all, thank you for joining us today, because like we said, if we can do this with you perhaps every week for maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes of your time, if you're willing, we'd like to make perhaps a story, because we can take these interviews, and this can be also something for you to use in your marketing. And that's something that this is something that we're really pushing forth and going forward with the video matrix, is teaching people exactly what do I do with my videos now? How can I implement them? How can I get unlimited leads, clone myself forever, and also help people in the meantime by sharing my story, being authentic in my true self. And the world cannot ask for more than that, other than your love and your honesty and just life, you giving back.
The biggest thing, if anyone wants to go out and do something on video, share video, use it for business or use it for avenues for building business bridges, business bridges, then you're going to have that personal breakthrough first, because if you're not real and transparent with yourself, you won't be that way with others. So I think Gloria can attest to that. Even a few days in, I'm sure you're seeing different ideas where, hey, now that I'm being more transparent and more me, I can act that way at a book signing, or I can be that way on stage, or I can do whatever you want to do with a better confidence about yourself, because you're going through the video challenge, you've taken those steps. And I think that's where all the big breakthroughs come in, not the day that you do it. I mean, it is a big breakthrough the day that you do it, but every day after, things just keep on coming in. It's like you sent out a shock wave, the waves went out, and then they return them back to you, like constantly, with different growth, different ideas, different breakthroughs, different ways of doing things. So I'm done. I want to say thank you, Gloria.
I'm excited for you for the next week, for when we come together again. Start paying attention to perhaps your views, your numbers. I'd like to hear more about how your business is done in the past week with your new email marketing, and how you're incorporating what you've been doing here. I'd like to hear more about that and how that transforms over the next 90 days as well, because sounds to me like you've started something that is also going to go along in conjunction with this. So we're excited to see where that takes you, and how you develop and grow from there. So Gloria, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you tremendously.
Thank you.
And until next time,
we will see you.
Appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
And if you're catching this live video right now, click below, join the Facebook group, and we will see you on the inside. Thank you very much. And thank you, Gloria, for being here. We will see you guys on the next one. Have a great day. Have a great day.